that we can win. I believe that we will 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 win. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? When do we want to shut it down?
We're here today because it's the day of redemption.
Now I look forward to seeing the day that this monstrosity that sits down the road will be a place where families can heal instead of families being torn apart.
There ain't an elected official right now who can move the way the people can move. We are the ones we've been waiting for. I have no understanding why people want to profit off of black people's mental health deficiencies and poor people's quality of life. Not jails, we need jobs. No one needs to fail. Our community needs unity, not diplomatic scrutiny.
It is a day to call on the city council and our mayor's office to right the wrongs of the past from the city and to forge a new way forward. And specifically, we're gonna close the city jail, which houses people for nothing more than city ordinance violations and traffic violations. We're gonna repurpose that building into a center for wellness and freedom. And we're gonna reallocate the $32.5 million that gets used to operate it every year on things that our communities really need.
We're closing down the city jail because the extra jail was built not for people, but it was built to hide the homeless from the community, people that was coming to see the Olympics. And because the city of Atlanta is living off the backs of our oppressed and depressed communities by creating ordinances that they can live off the backs of these folks.
My vision has been from I'm not going to say, because to say how old I am, but my vision has been for years to shut it down that has once caused me and my community harm.
I feel like today, look at us, we're here in the atrium. We have taken over in a different way, City Hall. And that is because we have been, this whole community of people have been tireless over the last 5, 6, 10 years in pushing for the kinds of changes for an Atlanta that we can believe in, an Atlanta that we want to live in, Atlanta we want to raise our children in. You may already know, so there is legislation in the works. There is legislation to create a task force or a design team that is going to guide the closing and the repurposing of the city jail.
My name is Ruby Beth Beautycant. I work at the Southern Center for Human Rights. I am a public policy fellow, which means that we work on city and local change on the policy level. And I love our history because it's powerful, but our 1960s history and our 2019 history need to look really, really different. And our 2019 history, we know so much more than we did then. We know that punishment doesn't work.
It just means that we have to be invested in the fact that we all deserve to live, that we all deserve basic rights and resources in order to survive, and then we can dictate how we want to survive together.
My name is Devin Barrington Ward, and I serve as a member of the Alliance and the managing director of the Black Futurist Group. Closing the jail is so important because at the Black Futurist Group, we're all about building black futures, and there cannot be a black future if we continue to incarcerate and lock up black and brown bodies. Their future, their dreams, their future aspirations and contributions to society has been tied up in the correctional facility. And so that's why it's important to close this jail, because it is the thing that stands in the future of Atlanta and stands in the face of the future of black futures. Act boldly. Redemption is now. It is your duty to make sure that we end the harm that continues to take place in this community every day that that jail is open. It's your responsibility to join us and the mayor in fighting for redemption. Be bold, be courageous, be redeemed.
My legacy with all of this is to, in some ways, there's of course closing the jail and repurposing it, but it's also telling people in Atlanta and across the country that organizing works, that bringing our communities together who are most impacted by the problems, by the challenges, by the institutions in our society, that we can come together, we can build strategy, we can build power, and we can win.
The most interesting thing about this process is it became a vision that I always felt could happen, and it is now coming into fruition, not just with me, but with different other organizations that's fighting for different things, and realizing that those different things are all one in a sense, and we come together and we're closing it down. Whoever heard of formerly incarcerated women closing jails?
For more information on the campaign to close the city jail, visit www.closethejailatl.org.